Okay, so tonight we're approaching, in the Jewish calendar, we're approaching Pesach or Passover, and Passover is about liberation, of course, and there's a lot in cleansing, a lot about cleansing in Passover, a lot about renewing, a lot about liberation. That's why I was inspired to talk and meditate about cleansing and renewing. It comes together with the energy of spring. And I just heard yesterday Ehud Banai, Yair knows who is this guy. He's a beautiful person in Israel, a singer. And he said he's religious now. And he said that the reason that we clean so much for Passover is because we wanted to resemble inner cleansing. So what does it mean to cleanse, really? What does it mean to renew? First of all, if we don't cleanse, we cannot renew, because it can create some inflammation. It can create some stagnation that must be cleansed before we're bringing something new in. So energetically, when we talk cleansing, we're talking about blockages. Now, those blockages obviously appearing as a result of emotion and psychological tendencies that we have to pay attention to them. Now, the difference from cleaning our house to cleaning our psyche is that the house physically we can take something out, but psychologically the tendencies are actually habits, and we continuously bringing them back in and making everything, you can say, dirty. So this Pesach, so actually it must be a continuous labor to make sure that inside we are cleansed. It's not something we do one time and that's it, finish. Also the house, if we habitually coming into the house and putting our dirty shoes in the middle of the living room, it'll get dirty, and then if we don't put it in place or don't clean after that, then it's not comfortable. So usually we have to clean more the house if we don't keep it in order to begin with. Same psychologically, emotionally. We have to pay attention to those things. So maybe for a minute, each one of us will take a minute to see what are my tendencies that actually create some heaviness in my system, that I'm continuously repeating it. And maybe it's beautiful to use the energy of spring to pay deeper attention to it, and maybe to make an effort not to bring it in or not to give it power. Okay, so let's just take a minute and look inside and ask yourself, what usually blocks you more than other things? And be very honest to yourself. And then when you have some idea, I'm sure it's not only one thing, but when you have some idea, ask yourself also, where do you feel that it's blocking you? Yes, so for example, if my tendency is not to feel appreciated, and when I don't feel appreciated, I feel it's kind of blocking me in my solar plexus or my abdomen. So ask yourself, where is it for you? Okay, so when we're talking cleansing, when we're talking renewal, we have to pay attention that it's combined of two things. One is the psychological tendencies, and second is the, let's say, physiological, emotional reaction to that tendency. And this must be very, very clear and must be owned. Yes, so I own my tendencies and I don't project it to somebody else. Because if I live with a partner and I have an issue of low self-esteem, and my partner would just say, wow, you didn't know that, and I'll take it as a big insult because it touches my tendency of low self-esteem. Okay? So we have to know who we are, not to get blocked, to respect that, to embrace that, and not to project it on somebody else, of course. So let's again connect to our main tendency. For those who came a bit late, we're looking of psychological tendencies. For example, I'm not good enough, nobody loves me, or whatever comes to you that you know about yourself. And also we try to recognize which part of the body it's affecting us. Okay? So let's practice. Okay? Those tendencies, let's practice how to deal with them so we can cleanse, and when this tendency is moved, then we can renew, because there is no hindrance, there is no blockages. So again, we're asking ourselves, what is my tendency? And then go to the area of your body where you feel that it's normally affecting you. And just be there. Be in that place. Just hold your awareness on the area that you are being affected. Maybe you feel tension there. Maybe you feel emotion there. Maybe you see colors that are not comfortable. Maybe you have images or memories. In whatever way it comes to you, just be present there. And now, let's ask ourselves if there was time in our life before I was affected by those tendencies. So that's what we call, when in our Infinite Being Academy, in the courses, we call it going back in time. And those who did the course know exactly what we do. Those who didn't do the courses, I'll just explain. The idea is that actually there is no time, and all the information is just here and now from the beginning of all times, and for sure, beginning of our life. So in this moment I can feel, let's say I'm 60, I can feel, if I say I'm 50, I feel the 50. If I say 40, I feel 40. Yeah, but I don't need to think what happened to me when I was 40. So it's not a thinking activity. It's just saying and being conscious of what rises in your system. Okay? So let's go back in time, and I'll say different ages, and you just connect to those ages and see if there's anything relevant to you in that age. Meaning, if that sensation of, let's say, in my case, low self-esteem, was it also when I say I'm 20 or 15, etc. Okay? So connect to the sensation in your body right now, in your current age, place where you are. Feel it. And now we start to go back in time. I'll go in the beginning big chunks because we are not all the same ages. So let's say I am 30 years old, and see if you have the same feeling as when we started. If you have different feeling, basically if it's the same, if it's worse, or is it better? And don't think, even 1 second, don't think. Just say, I'm 30, and the information will pop up in your system. Don't worry about it. It's beautiful. Okay, let's continue and say, I'm 15. I'm 15 years old. And pay attention what happens inside you. Okay? Let's say I'm 5 years old. Don't think, just say and feel. That's all. It's simple. Keep the mind outside. Okay, let's continue and say I'm 1 month old. See what happens inside you. Okay, now we're going back into the time when we were inside the uterus of our mother, and I'm 4 months inside the womb of my mother. Okay, I'm 1 week inside my mother. And now I'm a free spirit before I became a human being. So we can say I'm a free spirit. See how that feels. Okay. So what we're doing now, try to remember from all the ages we went through, which age, including the free spirit or the time in the uterus, felt the worst and which one felt the best. So for example, for me, the worst felt when I said I'm 1 month, 4 months, 4 months inside my mother. Okay? And the best was when I say I'm free spirit. Okay? So check for you the two, worst and best. And now what we're doing, say again, I am, and say the age that was the worst feeling for you. And then invite the best feeling to do healing for you. Yes, so for me, it will be, I am 4 months inside my mother, and I'm inviting the free spirit to be with me. So see what works for you and do it now. And see how it feels. Take a minute for that. And you can also talk to that part of you that feel heaviness or discomfort while you're bringing the best energy, and just tell that part that now it's safe. There's no need to hold those feelings. Okay? Now let's do the same, but choose another part that maybe was not severe as the one you did now, but choose another age that was not great. And again, invite that age that was the best to do healing, because you have to understand that all those things is information inside your psyche. One information is negative energy, one information is positive energy, and we want to heal the negative with the positive. Okay, so let's take another age and bring the healing to it, the cleansing. Okay, and now let's take all our life as one thing. Yeah, from the moment I was born to the moment, this moment, as one thing, as if it's identity, like a person, like something. And then invite that beautiful energy to heal you, to heal your whole life. The beautiful energy that you experience in one section of your life. Invite it to heal everything. So your life will be renewed completely. I'm inviting my whole life, in my case, for example, to be healed and renewed by the energy of the free spirit. If for you it's the energy of 5 years old, whatever works for you. Wonderful. That's very powerful. So now, next step is, after we cleansed so much and we cleared a lot of old information, let's widen our awareness now outside the body, outside the ego, and connect with infinity, the source of all there is. So widen your consciousness and feel that you are infinite. Your mind is infinitely infinite. Your heart is infinitely infinite. And again, with that infinite expansion, invite again cleansing and healing into your life, into your whole life, since your birth until this moment, exactly like we did with the best moment earlier. I'm inviting that pure consciousness, infinity, will synchronize with my life from the beginning until this moment to cleanse each and every part of it. So I feel completely cleansed and renewed. No need to do anything, just to say and to enjoy. The system knows exactly what to do. It takes a lot of humbleness to allow those things to happen. If the mind holds tight, it's difficult for transformation. So be very humble in front of creation and allow healing to take place, transformation, cleansing. So you can have, or you can invite the new energy to be you, to be in you, without any effort. And now, when we're so spacious, infinitely spacious, and completely cleansed, let's enjoy the breath of life as life itself. That the breath that moves in me now is the breath of the creation. It's not a private my breathing. This can only take place when my awareness is infinite. Oh, this is amazing. So now let's acknowledge the presence of each other. We are brothers and sisters on the spiritual path in a spiritual community. When we acknowledge the presence of each other, we're gathering a lot of power, and we can support each other to raise vibration. Because each of one, when it's raising vibration, the other one will raise as well. And like this, we're supporting. So we're opening our heart to our brothers and sisters. And we feel the love and the connection and the unity through our minds and through our hearts. Okay? Just to say that in Chinese medicine, each season must be experienced to the fullest, so the next one will be expressed in the best way possible. So now it's spring leading to summer, and spring is the most powerful energy there is, that move from the winter when the energy is dark and heavy to be expressed completely with so much power in the summer. So that power of spring is where we are now. So for that, it's crucial that in spring we laugh, we love, we sing, we open our heart, we feel completely vibrant and alive, so that energy of spring will be in us so strong. So I highly recommend to all of us to expose ourselves to those qualities in this time of the year. Thank you so much for joining. May you have a beautiful, beautiful week, beautiful spring, and a beautiful Pesach, Passover. Yeah? And remember that we're offering a lot of teaching in the Infinite Being Academy. Please visit our website, as well as subscribe to our channel in the Infinite Being Academy website. Muchas gracias, amigos y amigas. Adiós.